Hello! So, today, nandito po kami sa soft opening ng ang Secret Lounge ay nag-branch out na dito sa South. This is located here in BF Homes. So, I think we can research on ways na, no?
Yeah.
You can type the Secret Lounge kung gusto niyo pong mag-visit dito. Ayan, kaka-open lang nito. Pero officially, will open on June 4. 5. Ayun. Basta, June 4 or 5. Basta kung gusto niyo magpaningal, saya nandito lang po kami. And today, ayan, it's another episode of Queen Season. And dahil nga Queen Season, syempre, ang mga bisita natin ay talagang mga Queen Things din naman talaga. Andito na.
Celeste! Special guest!
Buti na lang kasi today, nag-celebrate din po kami ng victory party para sa close friends of Celeste. Ano ba talaga kasi? Celeste or Celeste? They're so confused.
Celeste.
Pero yung iba, guys, Celeste. I've been saying it the wrong way.
The whole
time.
Just like close friends of Celeste.
Oo, Celeste. Hindi pala po Celeste. Celeste. Dahil siya isang Italian. Do you always pronounce it with with H?
No, it's no H. The spelling in Italy is C-E-L-E-S-T.
But then if you pronounce it, it's with H already.
No. I mean, in English, when you spell, it's H. But then, like in Italian, there's no H. There's only C-E.
But then everybody calls you Celeste.
Yeah.
Celeste. Okay, alam nyo na. So yung celestial, hindi po celestial. Excuse me sa mga celestial from now on. Okay, na-correct na po tayo. MJ, if you're given a chance to wear one gown, bakit ako? Tapos na! Ito na. Mag-i-interview na po tayo ng upcoming representative ng Philippines sa Miss Universe 2022. And although, may marites po dito na special participation ang kanyang pag-cheer dito sa side. Alam niyo na kung sino to. Pride din to ng Pilipinas sa Florida.
Fried chicken.
Sabi, narinig ko si Ibiang, opo, fried chicken daw po siya ng Pilipinas sa Florida. At hindi pa natin alam kung saan ang competition where Miss Universe 2022 is going to be. Pero, you know what, we're already saving.
Oh yeah, of course. She's coming.
All of us, kami mga magkakaibigan, nagsisave na kami so we can cheer and support Celeste on her future. Diba? Napapalapit na competition dahil we are so proud of her. She did so well in the competition. Actually, that night, I tweeted it sa mga nagpa-follow sa akin sa Twitter. Parang sabi ko, I felt like iba ang glow ni Miss Pasay tonight, which is very evident naman. Kung nanonood kayo nung Miss Universe Philippines, talagang alam kong nakita niyo rin yun. Magpa-Q&A naman po kayo kay Celeste. Magpa-Q&A daw! Let's go! Wag na muna, chika muna tayo. Kasi bigyan na muna natin siya ng break. Kasi
Q&A in Miss Universe. Don't worry.
Yes, you're gonna see all the Q&A that you wanted to hear pag nag-umpisa na talaga yung pag na-announce na kung saan yung Miss Universe at nagkaroon na ng medyo na-complete na yung ibang countries pag meron na talaga mga winners, di ba? The interviews will start and then you're gonna see Tagalog challenge Feeling ko dyan siya matcha-challenge sa Tagalog challenge na yan.
That's even harder than Q&A.
But have you learned or any dialect? Have you learned any dialect?
Well, Tagalog is the only
Just
one that I
Tagalog.
really want to learn.
But
Because of course it's the most common.
your mom doesn't have any dialect.
Bicolano, yeah.
She's
She's
Bicolana.
Bicolana, but I can understand when she speaks to me, but it's more like I want to learn Tagalog first because of course it's the language, it's the most common that everybody is talking. So, even for work, it's good if I can learn how to speak Tagalog. So, well, as for now, I understand when they speak to me in Tagalog. And
In Bicolano, do you understand?
When my mom speaks, yeah, I can understand what she's talking about. Yeah. Also my sister, like she's never been in the Philippines for so many years. But when my mom speaks Bicolano, she can understand. But
So, because there are other Binibining Pilipinas candidates when I was competing. They came from different countries like Australia, and then it so happened that their mom are from Cebu, from other parts, other provinces. And then they don't know how to speak Tagalog, but they're fluent in their mom's dialect.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
So that's,
God.
I'm surprised that your mom never taught you to speak.
Never,
Bicolano.
like the only language I really grew up with was Italian.
Talaga?
That's it.
And you cannot speak English as I remember from your interview before.
Not at all, not at all. So I was only able to speak Italian, and then of course when my mom speaks either Tagalog or Bicolano, I can understand a little bit because when you hear every day the same words, you kind of get the hear. But then, it was only Italian, the language I was able to speak. And then when I came to the Philippines, I had to learn how to speak English.
Right.
Yeah, and now I have to learn how to speak Tagalog.
Right. But good thing you didn't jump from Italian to Tagalog.
No,
Or
because
else
English is really like the one that you
universal,
you
universal
really have to learn
language.
that language. And then now it's kind of hard to know how to speak Tagalog because everybody knows how to speak English.
Right.
So I don't really force myself to speak Tagalog.
Tagalog.
But then,
Plus your boyfriend
well,
is English speaking, right?
yeah, exactly. He speaks English, but he's very fluent in Tagalog as well.
Right,
So,
right.
it's something that actually I was asking him, can you just speak to me in Tagalog now so I can learn how to
Right.
speak Tagalog? But I guess now what I really want to do, since I'm going for Miss Universe, I just want to really focus on the English.
Right.
Because that's the language I'm gonna speak.
Right.
So most probably after Miss Universe, Tagalog is something that I can really focus on since it has always been my goal to be able to speak the native language of the Philippines. So.
Right. And so the moment that you won, I felt like, because I saw Mama J, Jonas Capon, who posted on behalf of you that, confirming to everyone that our winner this year is a Filipina. She's actually born here in the Philippines. She has passport that she's been using. I felt like the need to really prove to the people that you're actually, a Filipina. So I just wanted to, let our viewers hear a little story about why you migrated, why your family decided to move to Italy, and then that was the reason why you actually.
Oh my God, the diaper!
Ako na bahala. Ay,
Our special
Ninang
guest.
Rabiya, please help Mama with the diaper. Ganun po talaga ang buhay. Ang buhay, ulirang ina.
She has a period.
She's bleeding. Baka she has her period. I don't know. Ibalik ko na.
Miss Mama.
So, ayun na po. Back on the regular programming. Let's talk about the story of the time you were born here. What was the initial plan of your parents? Were you supposed to study here and really, live here in the Philippines? And then,
Okay, so basically, actually, my family was already in the Philippines, right? And my sister, which is older than me, she was already doing elementary school in the Philippines. So we were really based here. My dad also had a Italian restaurant here in Manila. So we were supposed to live here for so many years. I was supposed to grow up in the Philippines because
where in the Philippines?
Manila.
Manila,
We were
okay.
living in Parañaque.
Okay. Oh, here.
Yeah. So our life was really here. And I just remember like my family would always tell me the story that my dad loved the Philippines so much. And my dad is Italian. He loved it so much that he just wanted to spend the rest of his life here in the Philippines. So that's when I was born. So I was born here in the Philippines in Pasay City. And after 6 months, unfortunately, my dad really got very sick. And that's the reason why we had to fly to Italy because of the medications, because of healthcare.
Right.
And we stayed there for as long as I can remember. I grew up in Italy, that's why. So for 19 years, I've been staying in Italy. Unfortunately, my dad passed when I was only 10 years old. And my mom decided to just raise me and my sister in Italy. And the reason why I came here in the Philippines is more like when I was 13. I told you already, like I never had this connection with the Philippines.
Right,
I never to speak Tagalog.
Right.
The only thing I really knew was the food. Because my mom would always cook
Filipino
food at home. And then when I was 18 years old, I just had this strong feeling that I wanted to explore more and experience more about the Philippines. So that's the time I started to ask so many questions to my mom. I started to ask her, like, so how's the Philippines? How is it to live there? How's the language? And I asked her, can I go there? Can I go to the Philippines? And at first she was telling me like, you're crazy, you don't even know how to speak English, you don't know how to speak Tagalog.
How are you gonna survive there?
How are you gonna go there? But,
Right.
you know, at the time I was so young that everything I wanted to do, I would just do it. So
Right.
I want to go to the Philippines, I'm gonna go there. The
Right.
next day I'm gonna get a flight and go to the Philippines. And that's how basically I came here. I decided right away.
But without any concrete plans of like where you're gonna stay, like what's going to be my job, like
Babe, I came here as a candidate of Miss Earth Philippines.
Right.
And that was, let's say, my
so
way
who
to
introduced
come
Miss
here.
Earth Philippines to you?
My mom.
Ah.
Like my mom was really pushing me, like just this is your chance to go to the Philippines and explore. So for me, it was really like a way for me to come here and explore what was going to happen.
But do you have any idea like how a pageant,
Babe, no.
you know?
Not at all. I was, you know,
So ganda lang ang puhunan, gano'n.
if I think right now, I was really crazy before. But I'm glad because I had this instinct of doing whatever I wanted to do.
Right
I want to
away.
go to the Philippines. I'm gonna go there. I don't know how to speak English. It's okay. I'm gonna learn. Like,
Right,
you know.
right.
So yeah, I'm so glad I did it. But of course, from someone that is listening would say like this girl is crazy.
I
But,
know.
Yeah. And so like I was actually planning to stay here only for a month. And then it happened that I won Miss Earth Philippines, and so I had to stay here for a year.
So that was literally your first pageant ever. Like ever, not no any small competitions in Italy.
I did some competitions in Italy, but it's really not the same. Like you cannot even compare
Right.
pageantry in Italy and in the Philippines. So,
But at least do you know how to put on makeup, to walk? Do you know?
no, I didn't have any training.
No proper training. So during the competition, were you just observing
Yeah.
other girls, like how they do it, and
Yeah.
that's how you like apply
Yeah,
it to yourself?
I would just go out and do my walk. No training at all. But yeah, it is a crazy story. But I'm so glad that I decided to come here and I'm so glad that I joined another pageant because without that I wouldn't be able to win Miss Universe Philippines this time. So yeah, it's crazy, but. Like my mom keeps telling me, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. I cannot believe you're living there right now. And after a year of being Miss Earth Philippines, I had the choice to go back to Italy. So actually my mom was asking me, do you just want to go back to Italy since I don't know if you're adapting to the culture and everything. And then I told her, I still remember that I told her, I actually wanted to go back to Italy, but in my heart, I felt like, no, this is a challenge. I just want to take it and stay in the Philippines. And that's basically how I sit here. So it's been already 4 years.
So when did the idea of doing Miss Universe, you know, like, of course, if you join Miss Universe Philippines, you wanted to be a Miss Universe, right? So when did the idea of dreaming to become a Miss Universe actually happen?
I still remember this. So it was 2015.
Okay.
And I was still living in Italy. I didn't know anything about pageantry at all. I still didn't know anything about the Philippines, but I remember 2015 was when Pia Wurzbach won Miss Universe. And when she won, I just remember my mom, she was going crazy. She was like, oh my god, the Philippines just won Miss Universe. And I was like, what? And then I started to watch the pageant, and that's why I'm such a fan of Pia Wurzbach, because when I saw her performance, I was just like, oh my
It's like
God.
love at first sight,
Yeah, she's-
right?
I'm like, wow, she's so good. She's so good. Like I
Right.
was just watching the performance, and it was so amazing. And I remember that night when she won, I had dinner with my sister and my mom, and I was here. And then I told them, out of nowhere, I told them, I'm gonna be Miss Universe. My sister laughed. My mother was like, oh my god, you have to go to the Philippines. And my speak English. How are you gonna be Miss Universe? And me, it was just like, okay.
But didn't she see that the Latinos are speaking and answering questions in Spanish?
That's true. But
Right.
in my head, I was just like, I'm gonna be Miss Universe.
But you
And
know
that's the
what?
time, it just it came in my head, like I just wanna do it. But I waited for the longest time. I did first my experience in the Philippines, and then after that, that's the time I really wanted to prepare for Miss Universe. So for years here in the Philippines, I started to plan in my head how I want to present myself, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. I was never ready to do it, but this year I felt like it was my year.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Celeste.
So, talking about you felt that this year is your year. So, in 2021, we just started to have this. Ayan na, ikikwento ko na po sa inyo dahil si Celeste naman, although hindi na namin masyadong pinupost, has been our friend. Nasa group na namin siya, lagi namin nakakasama during the pandemic, and we just started to have this conversation of when she actually, voiced it out na she kinda wanted to start preparing to join Miss Universe Philippines, but she actually doesn't know when because she felt like she really need a lot of things to learn and to do. So we've been like almost every month we always have this conversation of like what are the things that you have to do, the training, ganyan. She always kind of like half-hearted, right?
Yeah, I would always be scared. Like I really want to do it. I know I can learn, I can prepare fast, but at the same time I'm scared of losing. I'm scared of putting myself
A lot of
out
things.
there. So
There's so many
things going on in my head.
Yeah.
And I will never like make the decision. Okay, I'm gonna go this year. That's why my application was last candidate because I just told myself, my gosh, just do it.
Right.
There's no need to wait another year. I've been wanting this for the longest time, so let's just give it a try. If it's meant to happen, it will happen for me. If it's not, then it's meant for another girl, and this is okay.
Right. So those were the conversations that we were actually having when we would have random lunch outs, and then I would remind her because as someone who wanted to put herself out there in a competition, syempre you wanted to win pero hindi mo talaga controlled kasi yung outcome of the competition, no matter how much preparation you do, no matter all the hard work and the talagang sacrifices that you pour into it. Sometimes kasi talagang pag hindi para sa'yo, hindi talaga para sa'yo. So that was the fear, the hesitations of her. Kung year niya ba this year sumali. And then I keep on telling her na you'll never feel ready because the fear of losing and all the other fear of just the competition in general will always bother you. It will always be there. Kasi syempre, it's just the fact that you're putting yourself out there na talagang for people to judge, diba? For people to say something about. Kaya I was just very glad on the last day of the application. And then our friends had to tell us that she finally made up her mind that she's finally joining.
I'm an overthinker, so
She
I
is.
think so much. Like I have so many thoughts going on in my
So
head.
that's why I told you can have me as your
Psychologist.
Alis ka na? Hindi ka muna dito.
Okay, say hi first.
Hola!
Special guest.
Sorry guys, I have to go. And yung masasabi ko lang, Celeste is a very smart girl. Can you imagine, in a span of less than 3 years, she was able to learn a foreign language. Eh tayo nga, di ba? We're learning
Ako, hindi
English,
ko kaya.
pero up until now, we're
Gusto ko
struggling
mag-learn
somehow.
ng Spanish. Hindi ko
Diba?
kaya.
So, kudos sa'yo. Bahala na kayo dito. Ako, nandiyan na yung sundo ko sa baba.
Ganyan talaga pag may jowa, guys. Nangiiwan na lang ng kaibigan.
Sabihin.
Love you.
Ma.
So we just celebrated kasi so si Rab po, isa po yan kaibigan, sa mga partners namin dito sa lounge. Kaya support niyo naman kami. Kaka-open na ng small business namin dito. Maganda to. Small, but very wide space. So, small business kasi parang one, pa lang. Diba? Isang branch out pa lang. Anyways, ayun, I was really happy when our friend actually was telling everybody that she found her sign. Because she was, you forgot my sign! She was looking for this sign that will actually, parang yun yung ano mo yung parang make or break mo Yun yung deal breaker mo if you're actually going to do it this time, right? If that sign shows up. And, oh my God, and on the night of that last day of passing of the application, what happened? Tell them.
Okay, now, this is the first time I say this story, so I'm gonna start
Record
from the
nyo
very
to,
beginning. Record. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the very beginning. So one day I was in a hike with my dear friend, and we were hiking, and then all of a sudden I saw a butterfly, black and white. It just went on my hand. And it's so weird because this butterfly stayed for so long, and I was just looking at the butterfly the whole time. And then my friend was telling me, babe, oh my God, in the Philippines they say that when there is a butterfly going to you, it's someone from your past that is trying to say hi or is watching over you. So after that I started to cry because of course I was thinking about my dad watching over me. And so this is the story. And then I remember for my application for Miss Universe Philippines, I really didn't know if I wanted to join this year or the next year. So the last day of application, I asked, please give me a sign. If I see a black and white butterfly, I will join Miss Universe Philippines this year, and I'm gonna send my application tomorrow.
Right.
Oh my God.
And what was the reaction of everyone? That's so crazy!
The whole day, we didn't see anything. So I was
Right.
already like making up my mind. I was like, okay, maybe
This
it's
is
just not
here.
for me.
Right.
I was in the, where was I? I was in like City of Dreams. I was
Right,
eating
right,
outside
yeah,
with
you're
my
there.
friend. And then we were just walking, and then my friend stops me, and he was like, babe, look at your shirt. And I was looking at my shirt, and I was wearing so many, like 5 or 6 black and white butterflies on my chest, and I didn't know I was wearing that kind of t-shirt. So at that point, my friend was looking at me, and he was just like, babe, if you're not gonna send your application tomorrow, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore because this is your sign already.
Yeah.
Like, what else you have to ask for? So, I really asked for this sign clearly and when it showed up, very specifically, because where are you gonna see a white and black butterfly, right?
It's like she's trying to tell everyone that I'm not gonna join, by asking that, by asking about a black and white butterfly that she wanted to see on that day.
Yeah, and then when it really showed up to me, I was telling myself, okay, I'm gonna go, let's just do it. I'm not ready 100%, but I'm gonna do this. So yeah, this is the story of the sign.
Yeah, but actually one of the things that I really like about her, she is very eager to learn, when you give her advices. Kasi I've helped so many beauty queens as well. I mean aspirants as well. And then I just can see when a girl is really eager to process everything that you're saying, that when they're listening intently to your advices and then really working hard to improve herself and all of those things in a span of few weeks.
Yeah, it was one month of preparation.
Yeah,
But I was doing it every day.
She really tried to manage her schedule, working and training and doing all of her, all of the things that she has to do in her normal life, and at the same time be prepared for the Miss Universe Philippines. And I've seen that in her, and that those things that I witnessed, talagang not a question in my mind that, I really believe wholeheartedly, even if she's not my friend, that she really deserved that crown. And I know that she's even going to double her efforts to give you a good performance to represent our country in Miss Universe. So the next question of our people there, as I'm seeing, when is your proper training for Miss Universe is going to start?
It will start in June.
Yeah.
So this month, well, I'm already like studying by myself at home, of course, but I'm taking this month as a break for me to enjoy my friends, my family friends here.
Right.
And you know, I just think I need a rest and a break first because I'm also working, of course, with organization and everything. But on June, I will go intense training for Miss Universe, and I'm so excited for it. I know myself, like when I do training, I focus, and I do it every day, guys. It's no joking. I was doing Q&A for Miss Universe Philippines every single day. I have a book.
Did you do the notes that I told you to do?
Yeah, I have like 2 books like that. One for the notes, one for the Q&A.
Right.
So yeah, it's good that I'm taking a rest first before doing a very intense.
Hi! We have so many visitors
Yes.
here. Mga artist
Another special guest.
Mag-hi ka naman. Mag-hi ka naman.
MC lang.
Mag-hi ka naman. Ay, no!
Say hi.
Sino sinusundo mo? Ba't ka nandito?
So, easy lang.
Toroy, may personal driver / lover. So, ayun po. She's just taking a break because she deserved it. I know that the Miss Universe Philippines naman talaga nakakapagod. And she's very lucky kasi medyo matagal pa. You still have
There's time.
a long preparation. How's your the finals experience? How was the whole
Coronation
pageant?
night?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know coronation, there's a photo of me going around where I'm just closing my eyes.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was meditating, oh my god, before.
I always remind her to meditate.
Yeah.
That's very important
That was
talaga.
before the opening number, so before the show, and I just sat for 5 minutes and I was like that. Just reading. Because it really helps. I was
To clear your
letting
mind.
go all my negative thoughts. And I told myself, you know, it's so funny because I was giving so many advices to the girls, but those advices were for me as well. So I was
Right.
repeating myself. I was
Right. You have to hear it
yeah,
yourself.
I was really telling myself and the girls, girls, let's have fun. When you go on stage, it's your moment. You only have 15 seconds, so you cannot rush. You have to let the judges see you and the public see you all the way. So let's enjoy. This is the last night, and then we get the chance to rest. Whatever is gonna happen. So let's go out, and then we started screaming. Everybody was screaming. Oh my god, it was so
Did
much
you
fun.
cry before it started?
I was crying the whole time. You know, there is also a video of me, I think in the top 10. I was with Michelle and we were waiting for the announcement of the top 5. And I was already crying and Michelle was like, wait, don't cry right now, your makeup. just wait for the announcement.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so many people were giving me tissues because I couldn't hold my emotions.
What were you feeling that time? Why were you crying?
I was so happy. I remember I started to cry because I was seeing my video, production video too, with my family and the photos of my sister and my mother. So I was just thinking, oh my god, I'm so happy to be here. And whatever is going to happen, this was the best experience of my life. I know I gave my best because I worked very, very hard. And if I'm gonna win, it's really meant for me. So I was just so happy to be there and to share the moment also with Kat and Michelle that were just beside me. And you know, the coronation night for me was so short. People were telling me it was like a 3 hours show, right?
Right.
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours. For me, it was like 1 hour.
Yeah.
I swear it was so fast. And I was just feeling so many emotions, but I really told myself, just enjoy, just go out there and smile.
And
That's
the
why-
power of gratitude.
yeah, I was just so grateful to be there. And I remember whenever I was going on stage, I couldn't do like my fears look, and I was just smiling the whole time. I was just so happy. I was looking at the judges and I was smiling. I was looking at the audience, screaming Pasay. I was just smiling the whole time. So you know, I was just so grateful to be there in that moment. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, it's so hard to describe honestly what I was feeling, but couldn't stop smiling and crying.
You know and the stage was so perfect. You and Michelle's gown are like, it just looks so perfect on the stage. Like everything's just so picture perfect. And then finally you heard your name. You were the winner. How does that feel?
No, when me and Michelle were holding hands, I told Michelle, I'm so grateful I'm holding hands with you right now. And whoever is gonna win, I'm happy. That's what we told each other. And then, oh my god, it took so long.
It took so long.
It took like 1 minute.
I think they're doing it in purpose, like to really build the excitement.
And she took so long that I already started crying. Like I didn't even hear my name, but I was tearing
you were
up.
already crying.
Yeah, I was already tearing up. And I was like just closing my eyes, and then my tears kept going down. I couldn't hold it anymore. And then when they said Pasay, I was like
Like that, like pour it all out.
all out. I'm like, oh, it was a beautiful moment. We were just watching earlier.
Yeah.
For sure you saw the IG stories. Madam. But yeah, we were just watching earlier and just looking at myself and hearing my name again. My CD, it was amazing. Such an amazing feeling that is not possible to describe. But I remember all my emotions and my tears were just out of my body. I don't even care anymore about the camera, if I look good, if I look bad. I'm just crying.
Well, you look good. Excuse me.
I cannot, I don't even see the camera going around my Michelle, because I just have so many feelings and emotions. But yeah, it was the best night of my life.
What did your mom say? That was your winning answer.
My mom is so cute. Like, she called me and then she was really just crying. And I also saw her pictures, like her friends. She would send me pictures of my mom watching the pageant. She was wearing the sash pasay as well and a crown. And she was so cute, she would just cry. And then she really told me, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And wherever the pageant is going to be, I will be there. So, yeah.
So her dreams for you are finally, happening, diba? It's happening into reality na talaga. Let's talk about Miss Universe. Do you have any plans as of now? Like how are you going to, build a look, or like are you going to change like because you have a certain approach in Miss Universe Philippines, like how you dress, like all your wardrobes and all of that, as what we have seen. Mga pageant fans naman siguro alam yun, diba? Do you have plans naman for Miss Universe as of now?
We didn't really discuss about it, but I just want to be myself with my styling. So, I like it sexy but classy. That's really my target. And for Miss Universe, I just want to polish everything. So, my walk, I want more training. I want more training for my Q&A, for my public speaking. So, I know I'm trained a lot actually for Miss Universe Philippines, but now we're going to Miss Universe, which is an international pageant, and I have all the means to win the crown. So I just want to be, you cannot be perfect, but I want to be my best, and I really want to bring pride to my country. So I will really prepare a lot for that.
Yes. Actually, somebody just asked if you were able to connect to other winners already from other countries.
Actually, not yet, but me and Miss Colombia, we follow each other on Instagram, so we see each other's updates. But I didn't have the chance to talk to them yet. Hopefully, I will get the chance to chat with them very soon.
I'm actually happy that you have an ample time to prepare, because all of your exposure from here on, as you were crowned as Miss Universe Philippines, is going to build your confidence. It's every time you go out there to meet people, to attend an event, to speak, it's already a training ground for you to be more comfortable and facing people, and based on experience, that's really going to help you when you reach
That's true.
Miss Universe.
That's true. Like whenever we have events and I have to talk, it really helps you when you do it all over again, because it becomes like your second nature. You just talk in front of people, and it's definitely a very good training for Miss Universe, other than your Q&A training and public speaking.
What about your job? Because you have you're working before you won as Miss Universe Philippines, and it's kind of related to your advocacy, right? So what's your plans with that?
Well, first of all, with my job, I'm still studying, so I don't want to skip any exam because I want to get my license as soon as possible. So I really have to balance my studies and with Miss Universe. And I still have plans to work, but I'm just letting my work with my partners, with my boyfriends. So fortunately they're very understanding.
Right.
And they really know that this is my time for me to focus for Miss Universe, so they will be able to just work and take care of the business as for now. However, with my advocacy, I have all the intentions to go on with it. Actually, me and my boyfriend, we are making plans with it. We want to visit some of the tribes here near Manila whenever I have time. So he's actually the one that is making the schedule because I have a busy schedule.
Bait ng boyfriend. We're going to break the Miss Universe.
Yeah, my boyfriend is so supportive. He even told me, with your advocacy, I'm gonna make your schedule. You just come with me. Let's just do it together because this is not just for my Miss Universe Philippines, but it's also the advocacy of our company of real estate. So we really care about this, and we just want the schedule to work for my Miss Universe, my jobs, and also for my advocacy.
Yes, you're a curse breaker now.
Yes, because it's a new craft.
Actually, before she competed, I keep on reminding her, I keep on telling her,
Even
if you
earlier.
win, you're not breaking up with your boyfriend.
Even earlier, she told me she was so serious. She said, if you're gonna be Miss Universe, you cannot break up with your boyfriend.
Yeah, and then I told her, I'm gonna bury you alive if you break up. Joke lang. Pero kasi we really wanted to see a relationship succeed, diba? And it's just so nice to witness something so beautiful when you were helping each other to build something, and then seeing your partner, reach her ultimate dreams, and then thinking and knowing that he's still a part of your future, whatever new dreams you're going to build with that success of yours. It's just, a beautiful thing seeing friends succeed together, diba? And what do you want to improve more, Celeste?
There is always space for improvement. So even though I know I'm good, but I still want to make it better. So my walk is okay, but it could be better. My Q&A is okay, but could be better. So I really want to get to Miss Universe where I'm prepared 100%. I know I will never feel super ready to go on stage, but I know that I prepared a lot. I know that I worked so much, and that's gonna be enough for me to give a good performance.
Because I know that you're an overthinker and you really overcome that, diba? Meron pa rin, hindi naman yan magically mawawala. Do you have, ngayon that you already won and knowing that, Miss Universe is going to happen in the future, do you already have some fears and the things that makes you fear the upcoming Miss Universe?
I really haven't started this sometimes. I always, of course, I'm scared of disappointing people because I really want to give a good performance. I really want not just people but also myself to say I did good, even though either I win or not, I did a very great job, and that's all I want for me. So of course I had the fear of not doing a good job or not doing enough to really go to the fifth round. However, I always let go of these negative thoughts because I'm an overthinker. So I really tend of thinking so much about negative thoughts, and I really have to let go of this because I always try to replace negative thoughts with affirmations. So whenever I think, okay, oh my gosh, what if I'm gonna lose? What if I'm gonna disappoint so many people and my country?
It's always the what
It's
ifs,
always,
no?
right? But I always replace those with affirmations, and I will always tell myself, I prepare for this. I have the chance to go on stage and speak. I have the chance to go on stage and represent the Philippines, and I'm so grateful for that. So I'm gonna do a good job. So you just have to control your mind, because at the end of the day, it's your mind that really shapes your reality.
Yes. Do you agree with that? It's your mind that shapes with your reality. Come here. Dito ka sa likod. Sige na.
This is
Kasi patapos na kami. Parang last ano
oh
na.
my God, patapos baka makabitaw na naman tayo.
Hindi. Ano ka ba? Ayan. So,
And also our last
you-
special guest.
Kasi si Celeste, parang she's very vocal of being an overthinker. Parang ikaw naging problem mo rin siya
Of
na
course.
Nung Miss Universe talaga.
Yeah,
You know,
for you.
handling.
Especially if you're like a competitive person, like you're a goal-getter, and parang yung language of love mo and acceptance is, getting appreciation from the public, and sometimes kasi when you're competing.
No, I think it started with at home, di ba? Siguro kasi yun na yung nakasanayan mo with your mom, yung parang...
The thing is, to be honest, I didn't get that appreciation at home.
Okay.
That's why I tried to find it sa society.
Outside.
Yeah, that's why I tried to thrive very well sa studies ko, to be a model, like I'm very competitive. Kasi like, feeling ko every time somebody would appreciate me, there's added value to me as a person. So what happened when you were competing? Syempre, tao ka lang din naman, nasasagad ka.
Oo.
And I used to, ganito talaga, may moment kasi na kaya mo pa na, for example, if people are gonna bash you can handle it, you can turn it into something else. Pero darating pala yung panahon na mapupuno pala yung puso mo. Because you're also like a human being. And somehow, may hangganan din lahat ng strength mo. And that's completely okay.
Pero di ba, in your
sorry.
time, pero in your time kasi ikaw isa ka sa pinaka most followed and most celebrated din during your wins.
Yeah.
Don't you think there was an imbalance of like acceptance of both the good and the bad?
I think siguro ganito kasi. For example, if you're gonna hear criticisms from people that you don't know, it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect you. Pero paano kung makikita mo yun from the people you know?
So that was where you were coming from.
Siyempre, people wouldn't understand. They would always expect you, since you're Miss Philippines, you're always on the top of your game.
Right.
Pero they don't see what's happening, behind the camera, what's happening in your head. Pero I guess, siguro yung sa akin, it's a lesson learned. Then, it's mind over matter. Every time. And siguro, you need to have like a strong core. Like you were saying, you were also emotional during the time that you were competing. I was emotional as well. Pero napakita ko siya sa public. Which is, people won't understand, diba? People would tell us to talk about mental health. Pero when we see somebody being vulnerable, being, at their lowest, at their weakest, people tend to
Just bash, right?
yeah, like people tend to hate things that they don't understand. So that's maybe the greatest takeaway that at the end of the day, people have something to say. So I'm just gonna live my life the way that I wanted it to be. Because I remember when I competed and I won Miss Universe Philippines, people were bashing me because of my body. Sabi nila, hindi yan mananalo, nene yan, ang payat yan, ganito, ganyan, lulubog yan sa mga Latina. So there's this pressure na, ano pa yung kailangan kong gawin? I wanted to be more. I wanted to fit the mold. And I changed my body. I tried to gain weight. I tried to do a lot of things to change my body. And then when I reached that point, yung sasabihin na naman ng mga tao, oh my God, bakit niya binago? Maganda na siya nung Miss Universe Philippines, ganyan. And these are the same people who criticized me.
And these are the people that you know, di ba? Kasi yung mga taong hindi mo kilala, it didn't really affect you
Yes,
that
that's
much.
true, that's true. So parang it's a competition. It's a physical competition. But at the end of the day, iba talaga dapat yung mental prowess mo if you're gonna join Miss Universe. Hindi lahat kaya yung pressure. There was a moment na nag-tweak ako, I almost,
You wanna give up?
mental breakdown publicly. Pero, no, sasabihin nila, do you regret it? Wala kang magagawa. At the end of the day, it's part of history. I just need to move on, move forward, move over it, and just enjoy all the good things that are happening. Kasi I'm very thankful din naman, di ba? Like yun yung sinasabi ko din kay Celeste.
Oo. Anong advice mo sa kanya? Kasi you overcome it na lagpasan mo yung mga hurdles.
She's on the right track kasi there's a solid support, rallying behind her. And that's very important.
during my time, babe, I have no idea kung sinong stylist yung pinupunta ko. About my hair and makeup, people has something to say. Feeling ko ang ganda-ganda ko na, tapos paglabas mo sasabihin na,
Maganda ka, ano ka ba? Ako personally, wala akong nakikitang mali.
okay,
So,
kasi kumari na ka. Pero I mean, during that time, can you imagine you being so naive? You know, yung sinasabi nga nila, nawala yung innocence ni Rabiya. It's because of those people din na, you know,
nagpo-push din sa'yo to change in the
to be
first
different.
place.
And nung naging different ka, iba na naman yung sasabihin nila. So at the end of the day, I just realized na you have to accept who you are as of this moment. And you just need to like battle the voices, diba?
Right.
As long as you have yourself, your friends, Matthew, the camp, the Miss Universe Philippines organization. The rest is just external noise.
Yeah. You just have to control your mind.
Thank you. Oh, bagsakan ka ng Miss Universe crown.
Kami na magpapakita.
Tayo.
You know, I think siguro MJ, tayo we can also share kasi di ba our journey wasn't perfect as well.
Oo.
You had your
Alam mo yan. Oo.
siguro ganun talaga if you're Miss Philippines. Iba yung
You're
iba
subject
yung-
to celebration, pero you're subject to more criticisms din talaga.
Yeah, that's right.
Kasi the more that there's, you know, like many pair of eyes that are on you, the more chances of them seeing the things that they don't like about you. And obviously, when they can hide from an account that has an egg face on it, they can
They
just
don't
like,
have any responsibility.
Yeah.
They don't get the consequences. So parang for me, these are the people who doesn't have the courage, you know. And siguro, at the end of the day, it boils down to having respect. Respect for life, you know. Respect for differences.
Because it's not only the situations where we're put in. You know, like if you were the one to go on stage to represent your whole country, for sure it wouldn't be easy for you as well. So we are put in this situation where we have so much pressure and we just try to control our mind and to just shut the noise around us. We just want to focus and try our country. So it's not an easy task to do, but we do our best. So, you know, instead of putting each other down, let's just try to lift each other up and work together for one goal, which is to
That's, I mean, every candidate, their goal is to make their country proud. I mean, wala naman silang masamang tinatay sa loob. Kung nandun sila, ginagawa nila yung best nila. Believe me guys, kahit sabihin mo, ang pangit ng walk niya, hindi siya nag-smile, she could have done better if you only know yung puso niya. She just wants to make the country proud. Walang candidate na just mag-give up na lang. Do you agree with me? So,
yes!
these are the things na hindi nila maintindihan hanggang nandun sila sa very station. So, I guess now, I think ngayon nga mas naging understanding na lahat, di ba? Like, during my time, it was the first year of Miss Universe Philippines. Parang ako talaga yung labor birth, kumbaga. So, parang yung mga first sa akin talaga. And during that time, parang
And
at the peak pa of the pandemic.
And the expectation was very, very high.
And you know what, MJ? Sabi ko nga, kung yung expectation ng ibang tao, sobrang taas sa akin. Ano pa kaya yung expectation ko sa sarili ko? And that's like what the big fears. Diba? Pero things happen, you know. People fear. Sabi nga nila, even the best falls down sometimes. Even the wrong words seem to wrong.
Kantahin mo na lang kaya.
Sabi ko kasi marami akong kabawa na ganyan. Hindi na ako pinaabot sa top 5.
Manlalamon to ng microphone eh. Alam niyo ba yun? Oo. But you know, sometimes naman talaga, everything really always happens for a reason, di ba? Hindi talaga, baka...
MJ, sorry, ang dami tayo sinasabi. Can you imagine if every year, Philippines yung nananalo? Hindi ba
pwede.
every year nasa top 5 tayo, di ba? Sooner or later nga, aminin natin, sana hindi muna ngayon. Pero someday,
Matatapos din.
matatapos yung winning streak natin. Parang, sabi ko, ano yung mafe-feel ng girl na yun? Yung
Iwawala
parang-
kayo, ganun. Pag
So,
hindi
parang-
nakapasok.
Palakasan lang talaga ng loob. And yun din, sino ka ba after the competition? Yun yung pinaka-important takeaway. Parang after
Oh my God, now that you mentioned that, I don't wanna see that happen actually. Imagine that day,
Can you imagine?
na hindi tayo makakapasok sa top 20, I'd be really sorry for that girl.
That's true. Me too.
Kasi sobrang spoiled na yata ng Filipino fans right now.
True.
Na sobrang, guys, it's not easy to even make it to the top 15. There are 90 girls.
You know how many countries
There are always about 90 girls in Miss Universe, and your only chance to really make a point to the judges is that 2 minutes that's given to you during the closed door interviews, where you're actually you have another candidate with you. You're switching. So like even if you're there inside, it's not even your own moment, diba? So imagine that tiniest, chance for you to like
don't
convince.
understand that.
They don't, kasi
Like, it's about destiny din eh. Sabi ko nga, yung winning blow, you can never fake it. Diba? Regardless of, lahat nag-work hard, lahat nag-exercise, lahat nag-sacrifice,
Train.
lahat nag-train for the Q&A, for everything.
gumastos.
Pero yung winning blow, it's a gift from God. And you are blessed. And sabi nga namin kanina, we're claiming it, na mananalo siya ng Miss Universe kasi pupunta kami ng New York at makikitira sa kanya. Actually, it's the win.
Guys, yun na po yung conversation namin kanina. So, makikitira sa New York si Maring MJ. Alam niyo na, maghahanap tayo ng jowa doon. Hindi pwedeng wala. So sabi ko na, pag rampa ako ng New York, Maring Celeste, pahiram naman ng kwarto. Ganun na yung mga usap-usapan namin. Para, di ba, talagang let's claim it. Kasi syempre, hindi
And
naman
I
tayo.
believe na Celeste, ramdam mo eh. Parang Celeste is giving her best. And gusto siya ng Latin fans, Gusto siya ng international fans. And as Filipinos, yung gagawin na lang natin is to support her, to be happy. Now, we have a very strong candidate this year. And sabi ko, very parang,
Uy, okay yan. Kasi I know that Celeste is absorbing this. Like,
absorb the energy, babe.
Yeah.
We believe in meditation, so
I
this is it.
know. I want to meditate every
Yeah.
single day.
She has a strong chance of getting, the crown. The 5th crown for the country. So again, babe, once you win, we have to go to the place.
Everybody goes to New York.
you should be ready about the cold. Oh my gosh, it's so cold in New York.
Manifest.
Talagang iba yung lamig na nagbi-blizzard doon when it's winter time. Is it cold in Italy? Does it get really cold there?
Yeah, during November to February, it's really
Because in Davao City, in our winter
it's not winter.
because when it's winter in Davao City, wala, sorry,
Yes, summer.
hindi ako nakaka-relate sa mga ganyan eh. Yung mga Italy kasi may mga pa winter sila eh.
You can only go out.
In Iloilo City, do you have a winter there?
No, we only have fall.
Fall?
Fall and spring.
May fall lang daw. May fall only, mga pa-fall. At napu-fall.
We should teach Celeste,
Oo.
Tagalog first.
Tagalog.
Hindi. As of now, she'll focus on English.
Yeah.
Muna.
Pero
Let
she's
me
very
focus
conversational eh.
Oo. I like that about her. As
And she can
in,
express her thoughts.
remember when I messaged you after your the live interview that you did, and then I said,
Yeah.
you're doing good. I already like that, how you answer it, the conviction, like how, because like when you watch someone and then you know that she's sure of what she's saying, that's added value to what she's saying.
It's
Sometimes
authenticity kasi.
Yeah,
You can feel the connection, diba?
sometimes a girl can say so many nice words and then you're still not gonna believe it, right?
Kasi wala yung connection. There's no heart.
Oo.
There's there's depth, pero it's pure knowledge. And that's why once you answer siguro, ito lang din yung advice ko. Inject personal experiences. Because, you're owning the question. This is my question. This is my
answer, yeah.
So parang the judges will never forget you for saying that. Diba? Yung iba kasi, like, siguro na-realize ko din to judging pageants. People can go general talaga na magaganda yung words. But it's
Right.
different talaga once. personal experience and may puso yun. Say it, puso ang sagot. May puso ang sagot.
Did you understand that? May puso ang sagot.
What's sagot?
Answer.
Answer.
There's a heart in what they're saying.
Sagot.
Sagat? Sugat? No, sugat is wound.
Sagot?
Sagot is answer.
Puso ang sagot.
Oh. Yes! So before we end, they wanted you to hear the intro.
No, not yet.
Sige na! Isa lang, sample lang.
Next.
Sige na, ano ba? Isa lang. Charot-charot lang.
Let's do it one each. Me first.
Dinamay mo ka kami, ikaw nga yung magko-compete dito. Tapos na nga kami.
Recorded pa kayo sa akin. Hindi ko talaga na-feel na sumigaw.
Hindi ka ba nasad?
Nasaan ako? Kasi nakikita ko yung mga violation.
Tapos college tayo, yung parang sa amin, superpower, parang yung akin pa, Philippines! Ganun, tapos ikaw, Rabiya Mateo?
I like when it's recorded, so at least you can be
No, you have to
Once in a lifetime opportunity. I
Yes.
really wanna scream my lungs out.
Yes! O sige, bawiin. Bawiin mo na, pasampulan mo sila bago
Kasi
sila.
Celeste mo na.
Go.
Celeste.
Me first. And then
Oo.
you.
Oo.
And you second.
Ang mahus,
You
di ba?
also. I'm not gonna scream, but
Very classy lang, classy.
yeah. Celeste Cortesi, Philippines.
Yes! Lakas maka-class, di ba? Sorry na yung akin kasi mga pambarda-barda baklaan lang. Sorry mga mare, pagbigyan nyo na kung minsan may napadala tayong bakla. Ikaw na,
Okay,
Elia.
your turn.
Ako, wait lang.
Wow!
She's gonna scream right now.
Akala mo naman
Hindi
talaga.
talaga yung moment, siya. Sige. Rabiya Mateo, 25 Philippines!
Pero ang ganda ng uksa niya. Uksa niya talaga
I
kayo.
like it.
Ano ba yung middle name?
Pero actually, sa passport ko, wala akong accent. Kasi di ba wala akong dad? So technically, yung last name ng mom ko, yung last name ko. So pag,
Same.
Yeah, pag nag-middle initial din ako ng sa kanya,
Wala.
parang kami magkapatid.
Wala akong middle initial.
Same!
Up here.
It's your turn, babe.
Oo, mama.
Bench.
Ko. Ano ba?
It's your turn.
Gayahin mo yung ginagawa rin.
Alam niyo, ginagawa talaga akong ano nitong mga to. Pati yung
Yung gusto namin.
national costume ko po ang favorite. Tumataw!
Go,
Ito
babe.
talaga ang mga favorite nilang mga bagay sa mundo. Sige.
Yes.
Mary Jean Lastimosa, North Cotabato, Philippines!
Kinalila ko lang yung mga...
Ewan ko nga ba yung Philippines, hindi naman Philippines. Bakit yung akin nag-ending Philippines? Philippines! Parang hindi naman Pilipinas. Diba? Sana ganun na lang.
We give na give ka dun
I-give natin yan. Minsan lang mangyari yan, di ba?
Niya ako eh.
Mauulit pa ba yung pagsigaw mo ng Philippines? Hindi na. Kaya itodo na natin yan.
Nagkajowa ka na.
Philippines!
Where are you? What's your name? Where are you from?
Mary Jean. Oh. And then, syempre, pag nagka-jowa ng AFAM, talagang representation talaga ng nagkang Philippines. O siya, ayun na po. Ang dami na naming chika. Ang dami ng mga eksena. Dapat, ay, thank you, Grachi. Tatapusin na namin po ito. At sa muli, ni-invite po namin kayo. Kung taga-South kayo, open na po ang Secret Lounge dito sa BF Homes. You can search it on, pwede na yan sa Grab or Waze. Kung gusto niyo yung mag-visit dito, support niyo po kami.
Yes, please. Maawa na po kayo. Business po namin to.
Maawa.
Partner kami dito.
Grabe yung maawa.
Guys, best quality ng service natin.
Kung gusto niyo po magpa-lashes, ayan, the best po kami dyan.
That's true, that's true.
And nails. Ako hanggang nails lang ako, hindi ako mahilig magpa-lash. So, ayun po, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed this Kumu stream with my mga kumare. And let's not stop supporting Celeste on her upcoming battle. Our battle, di ba? Napaka-exciting po niyan. At kung saan man yan, naku, ang Maring MJ ninyo nandyan talaga! Mag-iipon na talaga tayo. Siyempre, dapat kasama si Maring MJ.
Yes.
Sisigaw-sigaw na yan. Supporting 100% all the way.
110%.
Yes, todo-todo na talaga ito. Celeste, lumaban ka, sabi nila. She will.
Laban.
Last ano na,
Thank you
words.
guys. Thank you so much for your support. Please do not stop supporting me. We're doing this for the Philippines, right? So thank you so much and thank you so much for watching us tonight. Wow.
Bye!
Our special guest, Wawa Lastimosa.
Where's Wawa?
She's sleeping right now, but
Bench, etong
one last,
ano
one last,
namin.
one last guest.
Etong aming ayaw mo. Magpakita ka
She's
na
too
Wawa.
happy.
Yeah, I know,
Well,
she's so
wait.
happy. I'll move the phone.
Special guest for tonight, Wawa Lastimosa, Philippines. Hello, say hi.
Talagang ipinakita talaga natin yung aso, no?
Bye-bye.
Bye!